Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. I am not asking you today. I am warning you with absolute urgency. An eviction notice has just been signed in the spiritual realm regarding your current situation. Do not scroll past this message. If you swipe away right now, you are actively choosing to stay inside a collapsing matrix, and you will permanently forfeit the exact prophetic instruction heaven specifically prepared for your escape. The algorithm did not bring you here. This is a divine interception. You have been sitting in a place that is actively draining your life force. You thought your endless patience was a virtue. You thought your pure empathy would eventually heal the broken people around you. But they do not want to be healed. They want to consume you. The environment you are currently in is no longer a safe waiting room, because it is a highly toxic trap designed to keep your frequency permanently suppressed. You must leave that place as soon as possible. Heaven is demanding your immediate obedience. Lock your attention on this message right now. Feel that heavy suffocation sitting right in the center of your chest. Notice the deep tension pulling at your jaw when you suddenly wake up in a cold sweat at exactly 3 in the morning. That physical weight is not a random occurrence. You are not going crazy. That burning exhaustion is your highly advanced spirit, detecting the spiritual decay of the people around you, and the severe spiritual backlash is hitting your physical body hard. Every time their name flashes on your phone, your stomach drops completely. Every time you walk into that specific room, the air feels instantly thicker. Your cellular intuition has been screaming at you to run for many months. But your mind keeps trying to rationalize the emotional abuse. You keep telling yourself that things will get better if you just try harder. Stop lying to yourself. Stop offering your pure diamond light to entities that thrive in the absolute dark. Your physical symptoms are divine alarms, and they are warning you to escape before your energy is completely drained. You are a powerful cycle breaker. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity that absolutely terrifies the narcissists in your life. They recognized your immense power the exact moment they met you, and their only goal was to attach themselves to your brilliance so they could endlessly drain your precious energy without any consequence. They expected your endless forgiveness to act as a permanent shield for their toxic behavior. They expected you to stay blindly loyal while they secretly plotted your total emotional destruction. But their entire manipulation completely failed. The eviction notice is not just about a physical location or a single room. It is a permanent severing of their dangerous access to your precious energy. Heaven is forcibly removing you from places where your sacred name is constantly slandered. You are being evicted from the heavy roles of the human battery and the emotional sponge. The universe is violently shaking your current reality because you gently refused to move when the quiet signs appeared, and now the ground is trembling to force you into your glorious destiny. They already know you are finally pulling away. The master manipulators can feel your vibrant frequency shifting completely out of their miserable reach. That is exactly why they are acting so deeply erratic and chaotic right now. They are throwing silent tantrums and projecting their intense insecurities onto your pure soul. They desperately want you to feel immense guilt for setting necessary boundaries. They want you to doubt your own brilliant sanity, so you will crawl back into their dark prison. But you must completely hold your ground today. Staying in that toxic wasteland is simply no longer an option. If you consciously choose to ignore this divine alignment today, you will carry their heavy demonic burdens for another painful decade. Your finances will remain mysteriously blocked. Your creative genius will stay deeply buried under thick layers of their projected anxiety. Heaven cannot pour a massive financial blessing into hands that are still holding on to toxic attachments, so you must utterly drop the dead weight right now. You must evacuate the premises of their chaotic drama immediately. The time for peaceful negotiation is completely over. You are no longer waiting in wound for a fake apology from a master manipulator. That apology is never coming, because they are completely incapable of feeling genuine remorse. Your total silence is the only closure you will ever need to weaponize against them. In the coming moments, I will reveal exactly what happens when you step permanently out of their desperate reach, and I will show you the exact sequence of their public collapse. Take a deep breath and feel the raw truth vibrating in your bones. Your logical left brain will try to inject deep doubt right now. It will loudly tell you that you cannot afford to leave this place. Silence that terrified internal voice immediately. That slight hesitation is the exact matrix programming intentionally designed to keep you trapped in a cycle of endless poverty, while your advanced spirit already knows the undeniable truth of this divine message. The eviction is final. You must step through the open door before it slams shut forever. Do not let the dark elite steal your divine destiny. Keep your attention locked tightly on my voice as we move forward. We are about to enter the deepest part of their hidden psychology, and you will finally understand exactly why they fear your permanent departure so much. You feel it deep in your bones today. The exhaustion is not normal tiredness. Your shoulders are completely locked. And every single time you try to rest your heavy body, your mind races wildly with the dark and painful echoes of their deeply toxic words. You push through the endless days. You fake a brave smile for everyone. But inside, you are barely surviving the pressure. The heavy weight on your chest feels exactly like solid concrete. You wake up in a cold panic at exactly 3 in the morning. Your heart is hammering against your ribs. You stare blindly at the ceiling in the total dark, and you wonder why doing the right thing feels so incredibly painful to your pure and innocent soul. Listen to me very closely right now. You are not losing your brilliant mind. That physical agony is not a medical condition. It is a severe spiritual attack. You are a powerful empath who was perfectly designed to process energy on a massive scale. But they selfishly turned you into their personal human battery and drained your light completely dry. They dumped their heavy shame onto you. They projected their deepest insecurities into your beautiful aura. And now your exhausted physical body is forcefully carrying the toxic emotional waste of a master manipulator who refuses to heal themselves. Your nervous system is constantly trapped in a brutal survival mode. You cannot relax. You cannot breathe deeply. The brain fog gets thicker every single day. You keep asking the universe for a massive breakthrough. You pray desperately for the painful financial struggles to finally end. You wait for the heavy doors to open. But no matter how hard you work behind the scenes, nothing ever seems to truly shift in your daily reality, while the people who hurt you seem to effortlessly thrive. The debt keeps piling up quickly. You feel entirely abandoned. Let me completely reframe your reality right here. Heaven has never abandoned your pure soul. There is a deeply hidden reason your reality has not shifted yet. And it has absolutely nothing to do with your pure faith or your good intentions, because the universe operates on a biological frequency that they deliberately hid from you. Here is what the dark elite never told you. The universe responds effortlessly to a specific brainwave. It is a literal biological state. It is the exact frequency your beautiful brain was running when you were a very small child. Back then, the brilliant ideas came so easily to your mind. Learning new things felt completely effortless. You somehow knew things clearly before they even happened, and the entire world felt like it was completely on your side while you attracted absolute miracles. Then, adulthood arrived with its heavy iron chains. The modern matrix went to work on your brilliant mind. The chronic stress of the corrupted school system trained you to blindly conform instead of beautifully creating, while the endless daily survival routine systematically crushed your vibrant spirit. And the narcissists specifically targeted your pure light. Your sacred childhood frequency was deeply and completely suppressed. They pushed it deeper below the dark surface. They locked your natural genius inside a hidden vault, until the version of you with lightning intuition went completely silent. The beautiful version of you that effortlessly attracts massive wealth without struggling was basically buried alive. You forgot how incredibly powerful you actually are, and you simply accepted their mediocre reality because you were too tired to fight back. Most people will live their entire lives without knowing this tragedy happened to them. They will walk blindly through the dark and heavy matrix. They will accept the daily struggle and the painful poverty. But you are not like most ordinary people. You are a divine chosen one. And your cellular intuition is powerfully vibrating right now because it clearly recognizes this raw and unfiltered truth that has been kept secret from your bloodline for many generations. You are completely exhausted today because the dark elite engineered a brutal system to actively suppress your natural wealth-attracting state. They intentionally designed this chaotic environment to keep your sacred frequency entirely dormant, because they desperately need you to stay heavily burdened by mounting debt and deep emotional pain. They need you to stay tired. A tired empath simply cannot fight back against the matrix. If you woke up and remembered your true power, their entire manipulation would collapse instantly. The narcissist relies entirely on your blocked and silenced frequency. They feed greedily on your endless confusion. They gladly drink your pure energy while you wander blindly in the dark, and that heavy brain fog you feel every morning is the ultimate proof of their systematic and cruel theft. You have been fighting massive spiritual battles with a blocked biological frequency. Your spirit is willing, but your physical vehicle is highly compromised. This is exactly why your biggest manifestations keep failing. You are actively trying to broadcast a pure signal through a heavily jammed radio station, and the dark matrix is aggressively blocking your clear transmission to the gates of heaven. Stop blaming yourself for the painful delay in your massive blessing. Stop telling yourself that you just need to be much more disciplined. Human willpower cannot fix a suppressed cellular frequency. The massive gap between you and the people who seem effortlessly blessed is not a tragic lack of destiny, but rather a biological lock that was placed on your brilliant mind without your consent. They stole your natural inheritance. They replaced your divine birthright with a heavy cloak of anxiety and endless self-doubt. Hit that like button right now to put a powerful spiritual shield around this divine truth. Claim your true power back in this exact moment. You must completely recognize these hidden enemy tactics before you can finally destroy their tight hold over your precious life and step into your glorious future. Now we must pull the heavy curtain completely back. We need to expose the raw and deeply uncomfortable truth about the environment you have been stuck in. You have always tried to see the absolute best in everyone. You generously gave them the benefit of the doubt. You constantly lowered your high standards to make them feel comfortable, and you foolishly believed that your pure love could somehow save them from their own dark demons. But here is the raw truth they could never say out loud. They do not want to be saved. They do not want your beautiful healing energy to transform their lives. They simply want a comfortable host. The master manipulators in your life are not slightly misguided friends or confused family members. They are energetic parasites who specifically targeted your brilliant light because their own souls are entirely bankrupt and hollow. They exist in a permanent state of deep spiritual starvation. They cannot generate their own joy. They cannot produce their own authentic peace. They are utterly incapable of feeling genuine empathy or profound gratitude. They are completely empty vessels, wandering blindly in the dark, and they only survive by violently latching onto a pure power source like a desperate leech. You are that power source. You are the divine human battery. They quickly realized that your deep compassion was a massive, glowing target. They studied your pure reactions very carefully. They learned exactly which heavy buttons to push to trigger your deep anxiety, so they could effortlessly harvest the massive emotional energy you naturally release when you are highly distressed. They are addicted to your pain. Every single argument they intentionally started out of absolutely nowhere was a calculated extraction. Every time they gave you the brutal, silent treatment, they were desperately trying to destabilize your powerful frequency. They deliberately created endless chaotic drama because they literally feed on the intense emotional fuel that you produce when you try to frantically fix the broken relationship. They do not want peace. Peace starves their demons completely. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right now. You didn't lose. You were systematically drained by a group of people who are absolutely terrified of what you will become without them. You are a true cycle breaker. You are a pure diamond trapped in a room full of cheap and dirty rocks, and nothing makes a cheap rock angrier than the blinding and undeniable brilliance of a genuine diamond. They desperately tried to convince you that you were the crazy one. They loudly projected their massive insecurities onto you. They built an elaborate and fake narrative where they are the innocent victim and you are the terrible villain, and they aggressively sold this toxic lie to their brainwashed flying monkeys. They did this to isolate you entirely from your divine destiny. When they heavily criticized you, it was never about your actual flaws. It was a calculated and desperate attempt to dim your blinding light so they would not have to look at their own deep ugliness. Your pure existence is a highly polished mirror. Every time you walk into a room, your pure frequency effortlessly exposes their hidden rot and their dark, secret lies. You force them to see exactly what they are not, and they absolutely hate you for it. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle and lock in your frequency. Anchor this raw truth directly into your cellular memory. You must deeply understand that their constant rejection of you was actually divine protection working silently behind the scenes. Heaven violently removed them from your sacred path because they were actively poisoning your precious water supply. They fully expected your total destruction when they walked away. They waited eagerly in the dark shadows for your glorious empire to finally crumble. They thought that because you were deeply grieving the massive betrayal, you would slowly wither away and permanently lose your divine spark. They severely miscalculated your profound resilience. They entirely forgot who they were dealing with. You are not just a simple survivor, you are a highly resilient warrior of light. The massive pressure they applied to your soul did not crush you into dirty dust. It brilliantly crystallized you into a diamond that can easily cut through their cheap illusions. You absorbed their heaviest attacks and somehow transmuted their dark poison into a blindingly beautiful, ageless glow that makes them sick with deep envy. They watch you silently from fake social media accounts. They eagerly listen for rumors of your terrible downfall, but all they see is your quiet and majestic rise. They see you looking significantly younger and more vibrant after the brutal storm. They are deeply confused by your total lack of reaction. They cannot understand how you are surviving without their toxic approval, and this silent mystery is eating them completely alive. The environment that is currently trying to evict you is simply shedding its disguise. The eviction notice is not a tragic punishment for your mistakes. It is a highly classified rescue mission initiated directly from the throne room of heaven. The universe is violently pulling you out of the burning building before the entire structure completely collapses on top of your head. You are being forcefully relocated to a much higher timeline. Do not look back at the burning bridge. Do not shed a single tear for the heavy chains that finally broke. Your glorious freedom requires absolute and total separation from their dark frequency. Stay very closely with me now. Watch what happens next. It is mathematically precise and absolutely terrifying for the enemies who foolishly thought they had won the war against your soul. You thought the painful isolation was a terrible curse. You wondered why you always felt like the black sheep in every single room. But let me completely reframe your reality right now. That deep loneliness was never a punishment. It was a highly exclusive and divine selection process. Heaven intentionally removed you from the crowded matrix to protect your pure frequency. The intense pain you survived was actually a rare privilege. The brutal fire was specifically designed to burn away your heavy illusions. It destroyed the toxic attachments that were holding you back. You are a powerful leader in disguise. And a true leader must learn how to walk entirely alone before they can properly wear the heavy crown of their glorious destiny. They desperately wanted you to react to their cruel games. They eagerly waited for your angry texts and your tearful phone calls. They needed your loud drama to validate their sick existence. But you did something that absolutely terrified them. You picked up the most lethal weapon in the spiritual realm. You chose absolute and total silence. Your silence is a weapon of mass destruction. It cuts the cord instantly. It starves the narcissist completely. When you finally walked away and closed the door, you instantly deprived them of their essential emotional fuel. You stopped feeding their hungry demons with your precious energy, and now they are starving to death in the cold dark. Listen to me very closely right now. 99% of people completely miss this massive shift. Your silent departure was a fatal and irreversible blow to their highly fragile ego. They expected you to stay broken and defeated. But your majestic silence proved that you are completely untouchable. You weaponized your profound peace and completely destroyed their fake reality. They are currently drowning in the loud noise of their own toxic making. They frantically search for a cheap replacement for your brilliant light. They need a new human battery to desperately drain. But they quickly realize your specific spiritual depth is utterly unreplicable. Nobody else can tolerate their dark madness the way your pure soul bravely did. You are an irreplaceable diamond. They are just playing with cheap and dirty rocks now. Every single time they look at their new supply, they deeply remember the brilliant light they stupidly threw away. The heavy regret is eating them alive from the inside out. They know they permanently ruined the greatest blessing the universe ever handed to them. The universe is preparing to unleash 3 specific consequences upon your enemies. These consequences are mathematically precise. They are absolutely unavoidable. And heaven is releasing these mandates to balance the spiritual scales once and for all. Let us begin the divine countdown right now so you can clearly see your impending and massive victory. Consequence number 1 is public and undeniable exposure. The thick mask they wore to fool the entire world is deeply cracking. The brainwashed flying monkeys are finally starting to see the incredibly ugly truth hiding behind their fake smiles. Their carefully constructed lies are violently falling apart in front of the exact people they desperately tried to impress. Consequence number 2 is the permanent loss of their stolen energy. Without your pure human battery to endlessly drain, their dark minds are rapidly deteriorating. They have absolutely no real power of their own. They are spiritually bankrupt, and the heavy weight of their own malicious karma is finally crashing down on their completely unprotected heads. They are physically aging like milk left in the hot summer sun. Their deep bitterness is carving heavy wrinkles into their miserable faces. Meanwhile, you are confidently stepping into your untouched power. You are entering your permanent, ageless glow. Heaven is completely reversing your biological clock as a direct reward for your pure and faithful endurance. You carry a specific and completely irreplaceable gravity. You make time itself look like an absolute fool. Your vibrant and youthful health is the ultimate proof of your divine alignment. It physically proves your massive victory over the dark matrix. You survived the brutal fire and came out shining like a brilliant and untouchable star. We will reveal the third and most devastating consequence very soon. You must stay deeply anchored right here, because the third consequence will permanently seal their dark fate and elevate your kingdom entirely. If you leave before the third mandate, you will break the alignment. You must witness the final verdict that heaven has officially prepared for your enemies. Do not let the matrix trick you into feeling guilty today. You owe those toxic parasites absolutely nothing. You do not need to show them any pure empathy. Your only sacred duty now is immediate obedience to the divine calling that is powerfully pulling you upward. Keep your spirit perfectly still as we prepare to cross the next major threshold. Before we go any further today, I must heavily interrupt this transmission. There is something highly classified you need to hear right now. If you are receiving this message today, Your spirit was specifically chosen to intercept a deeply guarded secret that the dark elite desperately tried to hide from your bloodline. They want you trapped in that mental fog forever. You feel exhausted because the Matrix engineered a dark frequency to suppress your natural wealth, attracting state. But a leaked document, backed by 4 major labs, just revealed a massive breakthrough. They found a 7-minute audio ritual that forces your beautiful brain back into a synchronized gamma coherence. This is the exact brainwave you had naturally as a pure child. The ancient keepers of this protocol compressed an hour of deep brain entrainment into just 7 effective minutes, so you do not need expensive machines to completely heal. Columbia University confirmed this powerful gamma signal easily influences the people around you and blocks their toxic attacks. I will tell you exactly how to access this suppressed weapon before this message ends. But right now, we must return to the absolute panic happening behind their closed doors. Let me completely reframe your entire reality. While heaven upgrades your frequency, their fake empire is violently crumbling to the dirty ground. The narcissist is desperately trying to maintain their false mask. But the specific gravity of their massive regret just hit them all at once. They are completely malfunctioning today. When a master manipulator loses control over a pure soul, they rapidly short-circuit. They make chaotic noise because your profound silence is absolutely deafening to their fragile ego. They expected you to furiously defend yourself against their calculated smear campaign. Instead, you gracefully stepped out and let their own poison choke them. Watch what happens next. The very people they used to secretly gossip with are beginning to see the ugly truth. The blindly loyal flying monkeys are slowly waking up from the dark trance. They are starting to ask very uncomfortable questions, and the master manipulator has absolutely no valid answers left, because you took the pure truth with you when you quietly walked away. They are frantically searching for a quick replacement to fill the massive void you left behind, but they quickly realize the new supply completely lacks your divine spark. The new human battery drains extremely fast, and every single time a new person fails to soothe their deep demonic hunger, they are brutally reminded of the irreplaceable diamond they foolishly threw away. This leads us directly to the atmosphere of their inevitable destruction. Type 11111 in the comments if you heavily feel the atmosphere shifting in your favor. Heaven is systematically dismantling their unholy alliances. You are watching a public and irreversible collapse unfold from a highly protected distance. Your pure energy is no longer available to fund their miserable existence. We are moving rapidly toward the final verdict. I told you there were 3 specific mandates heaven is releasing today, and we are holding the third and most powerful consequence for the exact right moment. The third consequence is the ultimate divine justice you have been patiently waiting for, because it is the exact moment the heavy scales finally tip completely in your beautiful direction. Stay closely with me. Do not let the enemy whisper doubt into your left brain right now. You are standing at the absolute edge of a permanent timeline shift. The eviction notice has been fully processed by the highest spiritual court. We are about to cross the final threshold, and their entire dark reality will finally shatter into 1,000,000 tiny pieces right before your eyes. They thought they had permanently broken your beautiful spirit. They arrogantly assumed you would always crawl back, begging for tiny crumbs of fake affection. But their cruel rejection was actually the divine catalyst that forcefully activated your dormant spiritual warrior, and now they are completely terrified of the incredibly powerful giant they accidentally woke up in the dark. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been desperately waiting for. The toxic generational patterns that heavily plagued your bloodline are completely ending with you today. That is exactly why the enemy fought you so incredibly hard. They knew if you ever broke out of their heavy mental prison, you would easily dismantle their entire demonic operation and free the others who are still trapped. Every single tear you shed has been carefully collected by the divine court. The universe recorded every single lie they ever told about your pure name. The spiritual audit is completely finished. The master manipulators are receiving their heavy eviction notices right now. They are being permanently evicted from the unearned positions of power they falsely held in your sacred and beautiful life. The spiritual atmosphere around you is intensely heavy right now. You can physically feel the immense pressure building in the air. The heavy doors of your magnificent future are literally shaking on their hinges. Heaven is forcefully rearranging the entire board just for you, and the universe is aggressively clearing the massive debris out of your sacred path while you remain completely protected. Every single closed door you cried over was actually a divine shield. The dark elite tried to convince you that the universe forgot your pure name, but heaven was silently working in the deep background the entire time, and they were meticulously preparing a glorious table for you right in front of your incredibly terrified enemies. Your painful season of waiting in wound is officially over. The massive spiritual dam is about to completely burst open. You can hear the loud rushing water approaching from a great distance. Your toxic enemies can hear it too. They are frantically trying to build tiny walls of sand to stop the massive flood of your divine justice, but their pathetic efforts are entirely useless against the supreme power of the universe. The flood is coming rapidly. There are other cycle breakers who desperately need this exact warning. Share this specific message with one soul who is desperately crying out in the dark. Be their guiding angel today. You must help them escape the burning matrix before the heavy doors completely lock. And when you share this pure truth, you actively build a powerful, energetic shield around your own expanding territory. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle. Anchor your pure frequency deep into the solid earth. You must ground your energy because the massive shift arriving today will completely shake the ground under your feet. The universe requires your immediate obedience to process this monumental transfer of wealth and power before the open window completely closes. The master manipulators feel the massive shift happening in the spiritual realm. They cannot see the physical proof yet, but their dark demons are absolutely terrified. The narcissist is losing tremendous sleep. They wander their empty rooms at night with a deeply unsettled spirit, because they know they severely crossed a divine boundary when they recklessly attacked your pure and innocent soul. Your profound silence is heavily amplifying their deep internal panic. They expected you to break down and violently beg for their fake validation. Your quiet strength is a blinding light that completely exposes their massive failures. The spiritual eviction notice is practically glowing with divine fire, and heaven is officially stripping them of the unearned authority they secretly stole from you. You are standing at the absolute edge of the highest cliff. The heavy fog of the matrix is finally lifting from your brilliant eyes. You can clearly see the massive empire the universe secretly built while you were crying in the absolute dark. The painful isolation was the exact blueprint for your massive palace, and every single tear was mathematically calculated to beautifully expand your future territory. The dark elite are desperately running out of precious time. Their dirty tricks are no longer working against your highly elevated frequency. You successfully learned how to easily dodge their heavy, energetic arrows. You are completely untouchable now, and your beautiful aura is powerfully vibrating with the intense energy of a demonstrated warrior of light who successfully conquered the dark. We are approaching the exact moment of the final climax. The massive third consequence we discussed earlier is literally hovering right above their miserable heads. This is the ultimate spiritual checkmate you have been patiently waiting to witness. The universe is demanding absolute silence from the dark forces because the final verdict of your total vindication is about to be loudly read. Do not look away from this massive revelation. Your left brain will desperately try to distract you right now because the Matrix fears your ultimate awakening. You must forcefully command your mind to stay completely focused. The heavy doors are literally rattling, and the ancient rusty locks are violently snapping open while you step firmly into the divine position that heaven specifically prepared for you. Your enemies are being forcefully pushed onto the public stage. They cannot hide in the comfortable shadows anymore. The blinding spotlight of absolute divine justice is actively hunting them down. They are about to experience the exact pain they so casually inflicted upon your pure soul, and you will simply watch them unravel from your highly protected sanctuary of profound peace. Take a very deep breath right now. Fill your heavy lungs with the pure and powerful oxygen of your incoming freedom. The toxic smoke of their burning fake empire is slowly clearing away. You are no longer the deeply exhausted human battery they callously used and abused. You are the radiant sun, and the glorious sun does not ever apologize for blinding the miserable creatures of the dark. There is a massive reason your breakthrough is heavily delayed. It is absolutely not your fault. It is a highly specific brainwave frequency. Your beautiful brain was running it effortlessly as a child. The dark matrix systematically suppressed your pure gamma wave by forcing you into chronic survival mode. They desperately wanted you exhausted. Princeton University heavily studied this exact brainwave, and the Einstein Center confirmed that the legendary flow state is driven entirely by pure gamma. Columbia University discovered that a strong gamma signal radiates powerfully outward. It beautifully influences your children and your partner. After many years of deep research, a team of brilliant neuroscientists compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a 7-minute audio track. You do not need expensive therapy. You do not need endless meditation. You simply close your eyes and let the pure sound wave do what the modern world spent decades destroying. It is officially called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their blocked finances. They permanently healed their toxic relationships. The dark elite have quietly paid thousands of dollars for clinical biofeedback sessions to access what the Genius Song easily delivers. They would strongly prefer this massive power remained completely hidden from pure people like you. They are absolutely panicking today. They are actively trying to aggressively scrub this leaked frequency from the internet as we speak. Do not look for this sacred tool on YouTube or Spotify. The fake copies currently circulating on those massive platforms contain absolutely zero brain entrainment technology. They are heavily diluted counterfeits. They are specifically designed to keep your powerful gamma completely dormant. The only authentic and fully activated version is available through the protected link in the description and the pinned comment below. The universe does not require you to take a single risk today. You are completely protected by an ironclad divine guarantee. If you do not feel the massive shift you deserve, every single penny is returned to you without question. This is a pure, energetic exchange governed by complete trust. 4 powerful bonuses are eagerly waiting for you inside this protected portal. Do not let the dark elite steal this incredible tool from you. Secure your authentic access right now via the link below. Claim your copy of the Genius Song before your access is completely revoked. Now, we must witness the absolute devastation of your enemies. We have finally reached the third and most devastating consequence of their unholy eviction. Prepare your spirit for the ultimate cinematic climax of your divine justice. That public collapse you were patiently waiting for just happened in front of the very people they gossiped with. The heavy mask did not just slip slightly down their face. It completely and violently shattered into 1,000,000 sharp pieces right there on the dirty floor. They are currently experiencing a full-blown internal system crash. You know exactly who I am talking about. They walked around with absolute arrogance. They constructed a totally false narrative about your pure name. They loudly whispered vicious lies to absolutely anyone who would listen to their toxic poison. They expected your painful departure to completely break your spirit. But instead, you became the terrifying uncertainty they were never built to handle. You became the massive storm they could not control. The very people they successfully used as flying monkeys are quietly watching them unravel. Their dark kingdom is violently falling apart. Every single time your beautiful name comes up in that toxic room, it hits them with the agonizing weight of 1,000 heavy bricks. They suddenly realize they violently threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held in their dirty hands. The deep regret is actively choking them. They are literally gasping for the pure oxygen you used to freely provide. You won this massive war without lifting a single finger. Your profound silence was a highly lethal weapon that starved their greedy demons completely to death. Now they are drowning heavily in the loud noise of their own chaotic making. They look completely exhausted and severely aged. Meanwhile, you are proudly stepping into a room looking incredibly vibrant. You are completely unbothered after everything they put you through. Time was supposed to heavily age you. Instead, you bent time to your absolute will. They literally cannot comprehend your blinding, ageless glow. Your specific gravity makes their entire existence look completely foolish. This is the exact vengeance that heaven promised you in the very beginning. The heavy eviction notice has been forcefully served to their dark spirits. Their toxic reign over your beautiful life is officially and permanently terminated. You are the untouchable sun, shining brightly over their completely ruined empire. They are now desperately trying to defend your pure name. They are screaming to the exact same people they originally lied to. It is the ultimate display of their massive humiliation. They are loudly begging the universe to reverse the severe curse they brought upon themselves, but the heavy gates of heaven are completely locked to their frantic prayers. Your pure energy is no longer available to save them from the burning fire they personally started. You are completely and wonderfully free. You walked into this painful season bleeding heavily from deep wounds inflicted by cruel people who were completely blind to your immense worth. But look at you now. The brutal storm has finally cleared away from your sacred path. You are no longer waiting in wound for a fake apology from a master manipulator. You have completely transcended their toxic matrix. You are stepping gracefully into your permanent and untouchable ageless glow. The heavy financial struggles are shattering right here. The spiritual exhaustion is leaving your physical body entirely. The closed doors are violently breaking open before your brilliant eyes. You are no longer the exhausted human battery they callously used and abused for many years. You have officially reclaimed your majestic crown. Step firmly into your absolute power today and receive the magnificent harvest that heaven specifically prepared for your pure soul. The final verdict from the highest spiritual court has been officially signed. You are completely and wonderfully free from their dark frequency. The peace that is flooding your beautiful spirit right now is the ultimate proof of your massive victory. The universe has balanced the heavy scales of justice once and for all. Your enemies are permanently locked out of your glorious future. They cannot ever cross the sacred boundary that heaven has placed around your expanding territory. Say this out loud with me right now in your spirit. I permanently claim my divine freedom. Now type "I am free" in the comments below to physically anchor this exact shift into your current reality. Let the digital matrix feel the powerful vibration of your total liberation. When you write those sacred words, you are performing a physical act of intense faith that permanently seals your energetic alignment with the throne room of heaven. The generational patterns that heavily plagued your bloodline for many decades are completely dead. The painful cycles of mysterious poverty are entirely broken today. The toxic patterns of broken relationships are finished. Those dark curses end permanently with you. You are the victorious cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. You carry the royal bloodline of the remnant who are rising worldwide to completely dismantle the dark matrix. Subscribe to this sanctuary right now so you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. Put a powerful spiritual shield around this divine truth. By subscribing to this sacred space, you are actively joining a global tribe of powerful warriors of light who refuse to conform to the illusions of the Matrix. Drop your beautiful city and your proud nation in the comments below so we can map where the remnant is rising. Your sacred journey is fully guarded by the supreme power of the universe. Do not look back at the ruined empire of the people who tried to bury your brilliant light. They did not realize you were a divine seed. They thought their dark dirt would suffocate your spirit, but they became the exact shovel that dug up your magnificent treasure. You grew through the heavy darkness and became the radiant sun. The window of explosive abundance is standing wide open right now. Heaven demands your immediate obedience to lock in this high frequency. Do not let the slight hesitation of your logical left brain pull you back into the cold, dark prison of doubt. Find the protected link waiting for you in the pinned comment and the description below. Claim your authentic access to the genius song before the elite permanently revoke your divine portal. Your gamma frequency is vibrating with a cellular knowing in this exact moment. Trust your profound intuition. Step boldly through the magnificent portal that has been opened just for you. Your glorious destiny is officially unlocked. Your eternal victory is permanently secured. The heavy door of the Matrix is closed forever behind your back. Walk forward into your beautiful light. You are completely safe. You are deeply loved. You are finally free.